Spiritual warriors, welcome in. I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you for your love, your time, your support, your energy. It means a lot to me, you guys. It really, truly does. So Spirit is showing me somebody building something up very quickly, okay? Like you are working on a specific project, or this could be pertaining to your spiritual development as well. So take it how it resonates. But whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, whatever you're putting effort into, be that a project or your spiritual development or your love life or whatever it is, it's moving very fast. You're building very quickly here, you guys. Rapid movement forward, big leaps and bounds. Okay, and it's like brick by brick, but Spirit is showing me these bricks going into place, just one after the other. Click, 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 boom. Ta-da! Okay, so maybe you can take this literally. Maybe some of you are bricklayers or stonemasons or something like this. Take it if it resonates, right? But yeah, you're doing a great job. Your efforts are paying off. Just a lot of fast movement here. Quick building. Now I'm being shown Lego. Lego bricks. And you're very creative, you guys, and you're building something here on Earth. And Spirit's saying that you've established a very solid foundation for yourself. So this is here to stay. It's here for the long haul. It's got legs, baby. Whatever you're building, it's got solid legs. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, right on. Things are about to get moving for you. I am seeing a home, a finished home, and you may have built this home yourself from the ground up. Maybe you're in construction, or maybe you hired people to build your dream home, or this is more symbolic in terms of you're creating your dream life right now, okay? But it's going a lot faster than you may have thought it would, okay? No hiccups, no issues. It's just boom, 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 boom. You're a fast student. You're a quick learner. You're very skilled at whatever it is that you do. It's almost like you found your gifts. You found your niche. You found your A game. You've really started to pull out all of your gifts and your talents, and you're utilizing them, and you're really good at what you do, you guys, you know? So some of you could be moving into a new home. Some of you could be finding the love of your life, or maybe you already found the love of your life and you guys are building a home together and you're going to move into this home and just be happy and peaceful and prosperous. Oh my gosh, we've got victory coming out. Victorious, victorious. I always have to sing that when this card comes out. I don't know, it just feels good. Okay, so you've had some sort of major win or major victory here, you guys, and your hard work is paying off, because this is like the Six of Wands in the original tarot, and the Five of Wands comes before the Six of Wands, and that talks about, you know, changing and obstacles and working really hard and training and putting in the effort and not giving up. And then the Six of Wands talks about having a victory, talks about winning the war. So you've overcome, you've done really well. You're over the hump. This is a massive win for you. So you're successful. Whatever it is that you're building is successful. The foundation you've laid is successful. And there's only more to come, you guys. More to come. We have anxiety coming out, a number 18. So perhaps this is something that you've had to overcome along your journey, along your path. Perhaps one of your blocks in life was fear, overthinking, struggling with anxiety, or overthinking. Worst case scenario, you know, what if this, what if that? do I, don't I, indecision. And that's something that you've had to heal within yourself and push through, okay? You may have been worried that things were not going to work out. There may have been a part of you, there may have been a small little voice in the back of your brain going, oh gosh, what if this doesn't work out? But you had to, swat that little voice away and say, shush, be quiet, shush. I just need to focus on what I want, and I just need to keep moving forward, focused on what I want and not give up, never give up, never give in, right? It's like John Cena. Never give up, never give up. I think he has that written on his shirt. John Cena is a very famous wrestler, by the way, for those of you who do not know who he is. And he has a signature move, and he waves his hand in front of his face, and he goes, you can't see me. And then he drops on the other guy. Kabam! Okay, so I feel like that's a message. Spirit is making me feel right away that you're like this underdog. People didn't see you coming. You can't see me. Boom! Who's this contender? Whoa! Okay, it's like that, and I'm getting full body goosebumps, you guys. So I'm on point. I am. I know I am. Yeah, it's like people weren't expecting you to come out victorious or come out on top or overcome what you have overcome. So that's brilliant. People didn't see you coming, but now they see you because you're here. You're here and you're doing it. Or it could be that this is something that you're working on currently and people don't see you coming, but you're about to have a major win here. So choose the timeline that works for you, you guys. There's a little fly flying by my face, and earlier I had, oh gosh, it's very aggressive. It's so tiny, but so mighty. So aggressive. Shoo, shoo. See, it's that little fly, that little negative thought in the back of your mind. I'm not good enough. This won't work. What if this, what if that? And you had to shoo that negative thought away, like, get out of here. I'm going to focus on positive thoughts instead. And that was your saving grace. You didn't listen to the negativity. You listened to your faith, right? To the positive thoughts. But you may have also had a karmic person in your life who was very aggressive. Maybe they bothered you. Maybe you broke up with this person or let this person go, but they kept trying to come back into your life, and you had to consistently create boundaries and say, no, I'm sorry, we're done. This is over. I don't want a relationship with you. But they kept coming in trying to bother you. You may have recently released someone here and they're really anxious about it, or they're really upset about it. And so they keep calling you, texting you, wanting to make up with you, get back together. Whether this is romantic or platonic, I'm not sure. Take it how it resonates for you. But I feel like this person doesn't want to be released, but they have been. And Spirit's saying you did the right thing, and you know you did the right thing because as soon as you let this person go, you felt better. You felt relief. You started to heal. You started to reclaim your power. You started to take back control of your life. You started to focus on self, and you started to have wins. And you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because when that person was in my life, I was really struggling. I had really low self-esteem, and they chipped away at me. Okay, so that's for some of you, maybe not all of you, but I am getting that. We have the Magician and the Mirror coming out on number 53. So this is all about manifestation. It talks about stepping into your power, stepping into your confidence, having a deep understanding that you're magical and you're mystical and very powerful and you can do whatever you want. That earth is your playground and you can manifest whatever you want. With hard work, dedication, and effort and belief, anything is possible. And this is something that you've had to teach yourself, and this is something that you've been practicing, which is really important. It's one thing to know it to be true, but it's another thing to actually apply what you know. So you're seeing results. And I feel like there's more results to come very quickly. You're a very powerful manifester, and you're manifesting your dream life a lot faster than even you may realize. Okay? So again, Spirit keeps showing me those bricks clicking into place. Click, 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 like supersonic speed though. We have envy on the bottom. So, you know, there's some evil eye here, or somebody may be a little bit jealous at your abilities or your life's purpose or your ability to manifest. I feel that if you were with someone and you guys were partnered up, they were in competition with you all the time. And competition's not love, you guys. And I think that's what you realized, and you've let that person go. Like, you know what? I see that you're competing with me and you're trying to keep me down so that you can come out on top. That's not love, that's control. And control is actually abuse. Yeah, I think I'm over this. Goodbye. You know, because you're looking for someone who's going to come in and support you, believe in you, lift you up, not tear you down. You're looking for your match, your partner. You're looking for your other half, your empress or your emperor. You're looking for your champion, your warrior, because that's what you are. You're a champion. You're a warrior. You're victorious, victorious. And you want someone who is also victorious to stand by your side, whether that's in romance or just friendship, right? But your vibe does attract your tribe, so get ready for new, beautiful, healthy relationships to come into your life. We've got broken heart coming out, so this talks about a breakup, separation, or a divorce, or just a whole lot of disappointments in your life. And I feel this is what you've been healing from. And I also feel like you have said goodbye to a specific person or maybe a group of people, and they are very brokenhearted and upset at your success. I think this person's really upset because you're doing better without them. And so, I mean, what does that say about them? It says a lot. It says that they were really terrible for you, right? And I think that's a hit to their ego. But yeah, you're doing way better without them, and they don't like it because they wanted to keep you down. This person is quite controlling. That's the type of energy I'm getting from them. Yeah, look it, all tied up. All tied up. And this woman is wrapped in rope and her hands are tied. And I just said this person wanted to keep you down. They wanted to keep you stuck, chained, bound to them, or bound to negative thinking. If that doesn't resonate for you, you guys, this can apply to your own stuff. Okay, maybe you had a tendency to overthink, overanalyze, get stuck all up in your head. Worst case scenario, what if this, what if that, what if it doesn't work out? And I think you just said, you know what, life's for living, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You know, if I'm not going after what I want in life, then what's the point? Like, what are we doing here? Okay, so I feel like you just really stepped into your power, you guys. Started to believe in yourself. Belief makes manifest, right? What you think about, you bring about. And that's what you're doing. You're bringing about good things, man. Contract. So there's been some sort of soul contract that's over. It's done. You learned your lessons and you're moving on from that contract, whether that was something within yourself that needed to be looked at and healed, or this was a soul contract that you had with a specific person or a group of people that you were meant to learn a very specific karmic lesson from and then let them go and move on. And I feel like whatever the situation is, you guys, you've done it, and that contract is over, it's finished, it's complete. And this could have been a divorce for sure. There could have been legal proceedings here. There could have been some sort of official paperwork that you have signed recently. And you're really moving on. And I think you're excited. I think you're excited to move on, you guys. So you're building something really beautiful here now. Really beautiful. And it's happening fast. Healer of the ages. You've been healing. You guys, it's beautiful. And healing hurts. Healing's not pretty. Healing is not what a lot of people think it is. Some people think you just sit crisscross applesauce and you om, and that, you know, that's what healing looks like, or something like that, or meditating. Well, in a sense, meditating is a part of healing, but healing is ugly. Healing is messy. Healing hurts. Healing happens when you get ripped open, when your heart gets shattered to a million pieces and you're in the worst pain, the worst emotional, spiritual pain that you've ever been in your life. And that's when the healing happens. That's when we have to start looking at, okay, how did I get here? How do I make the ouchie better? How do I fix the boo-boo, right? What's causing the boo-boo? Right? We have to look at our triggers. We have to look at our wounds. We have to look at our patterns, our cycles, and we have to do a lot of introspection to figure out what's stopping us from really experiencing peace and bliss and harmony in our lives. And then we have to do something about it. And I feel like that's exactly what you've done. Also, this has happened you've been through a lot in life, you guys, because you're meant to be a healer, and you can do that in so many different ways, right? Maybe massage therapy, Reiki, energy healing, or maybe you're doing something like you're baking, and you're baking the best bread in the world. And when people eat your bread, it's very healing. It's very satisfying to them. So a lot of different things can be healing. I also find that musicians are incredibly healing because they use their voices, and, well, sound, whether it's coming from an instrument or coming out of our mouths, is vibration, and vibrations are very healing, right? So I feel like you went through this because it was propelling you onto some sort of healing journey, healing path, so that you could heal yourself, and then eventually you're meant to heal others in whatever capacity that means for you, right? You've really been healing your heart chakra, because I'm feeling so much energy right here, and I feel I had to burp. So there's energy that's been moving through you. Deceit, my goodness. Yeah, you were dealing with someone very deceptive. This person could have lied to you, cheated on you, stolen from you, or just taken your time and your energy, and they never gave back to you. Okay, that's for some of you. For others of you, this is your own stuff where you had to take off the mask. You had to get real with yourself. You had to get honest with yourself about who you are and what you wanted and who you wanted and where you were going and what you were building here on earth. Okay? Some of you may have been heavily focused on just like money. I don't care how I make money. I just want to make money. It doesn't matter how. I just want to make it. And then you were doing that and you were making good money, but you really hated what you were doing, and it was soul sucking. And you said, okay, that's it. I've got to really dig deeper into why I'm doing things, and I need to operate from the heart space. I need to follow my soul. I need to go after my passions. And that's what you've started to do. And I feel like now the money is starting to flow in for you because you've actually come into alignment with your heart's desires, okay? And you're on a whole new vibration because of your healing, okay? Yes, blossoming abundance, a number 3. Beautiful confirmation. Your abundance is starting to blossom. You're starting to notice the positive results of all of the healing work that you've done. And 3 talks about co-creation, co-creating with the universe. Yes, the heart chakra. You've been healing the heart chakra specifically, and you've been doing great work. And I feel like because of this, you guys, you're opening up to new relationships. You're opening up to who you really are. Because when our heart chakra is closed off and it's blocked, you guys, we can't get in touch with our truth. But now that you've been healing your heart, you can actually go into the portal of your heart and discover your truth. And like I was saying, you are in alignment with that. And that's what's pulling in the blessings. Okay? So this is absolutely beautiful, you guys. Goddess of the moon. So this talks about your intuition, your feminine energies. And I feel like this is something that you've been developing, you've been tapping into more, you've been leaning into your feminine energies. And of course, feminine energy, it doesn't talk about gender, it talks about energy, you guys. We have masculine energy and feminine energies within us. Masculine energy takes action, it makes things happen, it's very cardinal, it's like that Aries energy, the Emperor energy. And then the feminine energy, she gives birth, you guys. She gives birth to new beginnings. She's very fertile. She receives and she nurtures, and then she bursts things into existence. Okay, and she's very intuitive and psychic and all of these things. That's the feminine energy. So that's that Empress energy. And I feel like that's what you're really leaning into, you guys. And it's helping you to connect with your heart, your soul. It's helping you to connect with your spirit guides and the divine and really start manifesting like crazy. You're definitely on the temple path. Good things are coming here. One more card and then I'm going to pull some tarot for you. Yeah, Angel of Strength. So you're in your power, you're in your confidence, you're feeling good, you're looking good, you're strong, and you're standing in your sovereignty here, you guys. And what that means is you're standing in your truth and you are unapologetically you, and you don't care what other people say. You're you, and that's that. You're operating from a space of truth, and that's what makes you strong. When we operate from a space of lies or deceit or wearing a mask or pretending to be someone that we're not, or going along with things even though deep down inside we don't want to do it, or when we people please, that actually weakens our soul, right? And then we're not being authentic. We're not being authentic when we people please. We're not being authentic when we say yes, when we actually want to say, hell no. And I feel like you're starting to say no, and you're using it as a full sentence. No, I don't want to do that. No, 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 right? And that's helping you to stay in alignment. So I feel like you were living for others and not yourself for the longest time, and now you're actually living for yourself and why you're here on earth, and you're utilizing your skills and your gifts and your talents, or at least you're starting to, and this has awakened a whole new feeling within you, and it's glorious energy, you guys. It feels really good to you. You're like, wow, like I love this and I'm really good at it. The 9 of Wands. So you're definitely someone who's been through a lot. You've been through the ringer, but your hard work is about to pay off, you guys, because the 10 of Wands is the end. It's the very, very end, okay? And then you can lay down your burdens and have a passionate new beginning. And the 9 of Wands talks about perseverance, pushing through, not giving up, right? Never give up. Never give in. Because if you give up, you 100% will fail. But if you keep persevering, eventually you're going to have a victory. Eventually you will have a breakthrough. Eventually you will start seeing results. And I feel like that's been your motto. Like, I'm just going to keep putting in effort and energy into what I want, into my healing. And I know it's going to pay off. It might be hard now, but it's going to get easier. It's like when you start working out. When you start working out and you've never worked out before, oh, it's so painful and you're winded and your muscles ache and you're so sore the next day and you're just like, oh, this sucks. But then once you get into a state of shape because you go consistently and you put in the effort, right? And you're lifting and all of this, you keep challenging yourself, then you start to get more in shape, and then working out is not necessarily easier, but it's just better. It just feels better, okay? You start noticing results. You have longer endurance. You have more strength. You can lift heavier. You can run farther, or whatever it is that you're training for, right? And I say that, metaphorically in terms of, you can apply that to your spiritual development or to whatever it is that you're building here. But yeah, you've been through a lot because you're supposed to be some sort of healer, and you've gone through some sort of shift or transformation, and that, you know, that whole process, it takes time, and it requires you to let go of a lot of people, places, and things. When you shift, you have to put an end to an old version of you. You have to put an end to certain thought patterns or cycles that do not serve you. You have to put an end to certain relationships sometimes with people, places, and things, right? In order to elevate and rise and keep moving forward. And that can be painful, that can be hard, that can be scary. And I feel like that's what you've had to push through. You've really had to embrace trust and confidence and faith and believe in yourself. And it's really seen you through, you guys. That's not an easy feat. It's not an easy task. So you should be really proud. Ho, 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 yeah, baby. Ace of Wands. Ho, 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 yeah. That's what I was just talking about. You're about to be able to lay your burdens down and have a brand new passionate beginning in career or your life or work or relationships, or maybe all of the above, you guys. Whatever it is that you have been putting effort into, okay, you're about to see massive results. Wow, you guys, this is beautiful. And there's a butterfly here as well, signifying that you've transformed, you've changed. You're no longer the same person that you used to be, and you're really happy with the new you. I feel like you're really excited about life now. You've got a pep in your step, you know. I was bringing through a feeling of excitement earlier where it's like, yeah, I found my place, or I found what I'm good at, and it feels good being good at something, you know, and it's feeding my heart, it's feeding my soul, and this is why I'm here. You know, it's like, wow. I also see the Ace of Wands as a magic wand, you know. You're a magician with your magical wand, abracadabra. The Two of Wands. Okay, so this talks about a choice or a fork in the road, picking a path. It can talk about preparation. I feel like someone may be preparing to reach out to you, to communicate with you. This is someone who is very passionate about you, or they're very passionate about the work that you do, and you may end up going into business with this person. We have the Ten of Swords coming out. You may also end up dating this person if it's romance. So with the Ten of Swords, that can talk about a very painful ending, letting go. And I was just talking about when you transform, you have to put an end to a lot of things, right? And the Ten of Swords is exactly that, putting an end to a lot of things so you can rise. Seven of Pentacles. So this talks about toil and labor. You know, you're working really hard, and then you stand back and you ask yourself, is it worth it? And I feel that, yes, it is. In this case, it is. Before, whatever you were doing to earn money, you didn't like it. But now you do, right? I was bringing through that earlier where you may have been really heavily focused on money, money, money. I'll do whatever job. I don't care what it is, as long as it makes a whole lot of dosh. And then you did that, you were making a lot of money, but you found it very soul-sucking. It wasn't giving back. And your heart and soul knew that it has a purpose here and that you weren't in the right place. So you started to experience conflict and struggle and a sense of dis-ease, right? Like, I'm not happy, but I want to be happy, but I'm not happy. And that's because your soul was calling you forward. You know, answer the call. You're meant for something else. You're meant for something more. You're not supposed to stay here. And you listen to that. You listen to the call of your soul, and now you're much happier, right? And you've been working really hard. You haven't even really been working hard at this new thing. I feel like it's just sort of happening effortlessly for you. Maybe not completely effortlessly, but it's like you might be working hard, but you enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? And so it doesn't feel like work, and it doesn't drain you. It's not soul-sucking. and it gives back to you and you're excited about it, and you know that you can keep expanding and branching out on whatever this is, and that excites you as well, because there's no glass ceiling, there's no cap, there's no telling what you can do or where you can go with this. And I feel like your imagination has been freed and your imagination is running wild, and you're just feeling excited and free and liberated and happy right now, you guys. And I mean, it's well deserved and well earned. Well done. Page of Swords. Yeah, you guys, somebody is holding back communication, but you are going to hear from somebody here, somebody who's been keeping an eye on you, watching you, and they like your work, or they really like you. This could be a business offer. This could be someone who is romantically interested in you, or this could be someone who wants to be your friend. Just take it how it resonates for you. But yeah, this person, you're going to be hearing from them. Yeah, Two of Cups. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. The Two of Cups talks about a soulmate partnership, but it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic, or it can talk about a business partnership. So you have, I think, just beautiful new relationships entering your life because of the healing work that you've done, and you refuse to settle for less than you deserve, and you've let go. You've let go of people in your life that were deceitful or who hurt you. And so now you've made room. You've made room in your life so that new people can come in. New energy can flow in and fill those gaps, or fill the hole, so to speak. Even though I don't like saying hole, because that's insinuating that something's missing from your life when, you know, it's not. Like, you are enough. You are whole. You are complete. But it's always nice to have friends. It's always nice to have that, you know, romantic partner. For the most part, anyways. Right? But I feel this is something deep down inside that you want, and it's coming in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. You guys, this person, they adore you. They love you. You're having a new beginning here with somebody. Again, it could be romantic love, could be platonic love. It could be that somebody loves your work. They want to commission you for your work. They want to hire you. They want to work with you, whatever it is. So I do feel like doors are opening up. That's what Spirit is showing me. Like, one door after the other are opening up for you. And all of these opportunities are brilliant. They're divine opportunities. So the Ace of Cups also talks about taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, pouring into self-care, not settling for less than you deserve, being able to fill up your own cup. You know, it's so important to know how to be independent, stand on your own 2 feet, make yourself happy, so that you don't rely on anyone or anything to fulfill you, right? And I feel like that's something you've been working on. And because of that, you have a really healed relationship coming in, you guys. Okay? This is really nice. Because we're picking up on romance, I'm going to pull a romance angel here for you. Woo. Calling in your soulmate. Yes, you are. You are calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And this is it. You're manifesting hardcore because you're focusing on what you want. You're visualizing what you want for yourself, and you're not visualizing the what ifs. You know, what if it fails? What if this? What if that? What if the other? Because if you focus on that, well, then what do you think is going to happen? It'll probably happen. You'll probably manifest that, right? Or you'll at least be in a vibration of fear, which is a very low vibration. And then when you're in a low vibration, You're going to attract other low vibe people, places, and things to you because of that. So that's why it's important to always try to raise your vibration as much as possible and hold that vibration and focus on the positive things. Focus on what you want, who you want, where you're going, what you see for yourself, and then just know it to be true, know it to be so. Like, it's done, it's happening, no doubt about it. I'm going to get there one way or the other. And I know that spirit has my back. Yeah, I just split the deck on trust. I'm going to get there. I trust myself. I trust the universe. I trust spirit. I know it's going to happen. It says this situation is calling for you to have faith. And that was coming through quite a bit in this reading, having faith and trust in yourself and the universe. Ooh, chemistry. You guys, yes. So there's a strong magnetic attraction here between you and someone else. So that's what's coming in. Spirit is saying that many of you have let a specific person go, a karmic partner go, or a karmic friend go, and they keep pulling on your energy. So Spirit is recommending that you do a cord cutting ritual, and it can be very simple. You don't have to do anything fancy schmancy, you guys. The only thing you need to do is use your imagination, or use your visualization techniques. Just imagine it happening, visualize it happening, okay? And you can close your eyes and you can imagine that energetic cord attached to you from that person, and then just imagine taking scissors or something and cutting it, and then that cord goes back to that person, and the cord end that you cut on your side goes back into you, okay? And then you can say, I call back my power across all space and time, and then you can put protective light around you, and you can say something like, I refuse for anyone to attach their etheric cord to me, or whatever it is that you want to say. You can also ask Archangel Michael to come in and sever any and all energetic cords, seen or unseen, known or unknown, that do not serve your greatest and highest good. Thank you, Michael. Okay, and you can do that every day if you feel called to do that, to do so. Because yes, this person is heavily pulling on you, and they're pulling on your heart chakra. Pardon me, and I just had to burp. So they're really sending you a lot of energy. You can also wear crystals, you guys, around your neck, like on a little pendant or something like that. You can put the crystals in your pocket, or even if you just have them around the house, and then if you feel your heart getting heavy, like for example with the heart chakra, malachite might be really good. It's green malachite. I have a fibrous one here, looks like this, and you can just hold it to your heart space, close your eyes, and just imagine like the negative energy being purged through the malachite. Some people like to use crystals and some people don't, so it's completely up to you, right? But malachite is a really great stone, you guys, when we're going through big life changes, when we're going through transitions in our life, like if we've lost a loved one, or if we're grieving an old version of ourselves, when we're letting go and we're stepping into something new. It can also be beneficial for changes like going through a divorce, a separation, a breakup, moving house, saying goodbye to an old house, moving into a new one, you know, anything where you're like, you're changing, you're shifting, you're moving on, you're growing, you're evolving, and you're letting go in order to move forward. So this is a really great stone for that, malachite. And you can get it in rough, polished, fibrous. Okay, I think rough is a lot cheaper than polished, right? And I kind of like rough. This is fibrous. I know it's so pretty. I'll just hold it up for a minute. You can take a screenshot of that if you wish, and then you can pull it up and focus on it, meditate on it if you feel called to do that. It's like a little cave. It's just so magical. Or another crystal that's good for that is fluorite, you guys. Green fluorite. Green because it is the color of the heart chakra, the lower heart chakra. Pink is the color of the upper heart chakra. I don't know why I feel like holding these by the screen, but I just do, you guys. Here. Bzz, bzz, there. All right. I apologize for keeping you for 40 minutes. I apologize for holding you hostage for that long, but I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you found it healing. I hope you found it helpful, and I look forward to reconnecting with you in the next one. Take care.